everyone, and welcome to All Things Watched. In this video, we are going to talk about the brand new Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I know that I'm very late to getting on this train, but it's only because of how busy I was in the real world. I just never had a chance to talk about it, and so this is my video of Brave New World, my thoughts, what I thought I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. Was it a good movie? How did they utilize the character, especially Sam himself? And all these great things, and I really just wanted, I still wanted to talk about this movie, even though these reviews are probably not relevant anymore. I'm a huge comic book fan. Behind me, these are all comic book movies. You know, I'm a diehard comic book fan, and actual physical comic book reading, not just digital, not just movies, but actual physical books. But I do want to say, before we jump into our review, I want to give a special thank you to a few new subscribers and followers that we have on both Spotify and YouTube. Here on YouTube is where we do sort of these little 10-minute videos and reviews, while also having the longer format as well in a different playlist. But over on Spotify, we only keep the long versions of the conversations, the spoiler talks, the talks that are 30 minutes or an hour long, whereas here on YouTube, we still have those here as well, but here's where I do the shorter 10-minute non-spoiler reviews as well. So with that being said, thank you guys, and welcome to All Things Watch. So let's just go right in and dive into Captain America: Brave New World. This movie starts pretty well right where Falcon and the Winter Soldier ends. Maybe a little bit of time has passed, but not a whole lot. It opens and is really about Anthony Mackie, his character Sam Wilson, trying to step in to Captain America and sort of fulfill the shoes, or not necessarily the same shoes, but to be similar and inspire like Steve Rogers' Captain America, but still be a little bit different. And right from the get-go, I'm just going to jump into it and say it like it is. This movie did not do Sam Wilson justice. In fact, this movie really was an insult to the entire legacy of Captain America, and also an insult to characters that we have already established all the way back in Phase 1, while introducing new characters that nobody cares about and nobody even really likes or connects with from Phase 4 and 5, and then also at the same time creating these villains like the Leader or like Red Hulk, which just simply fell flat when they already had all this history of the first 3 phases, you know, there and ready to utilize. Instead, this movie was all about Sam trying to figure out whether or not he's worthy of being Captain America. Should he take the serum? Should he not take the serum? But hello, we already seen that in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, sorry. And so we didn't need to see that again. He's already Captain America, which was established in that TV show. But what do? They basically give us these new characters, some kind of new. We have another Falcon. Why? Why was there another Falcon in this movie when Sam himself is a Falcon? He's the Captain America version of Falcon, but he's still a Falcon. We don't need 2 flying characters. There doesn't need to be a Falcon that supports the Falcon. On top of that, they introduced this new Widow, and like, why? There's so many characters already established that we are attached to. Why not throw in Shang-Chi? Why not throw in Yelena, who's also going to be in the Thunderbolts coming up? Why not throw in Kate Bishop? Or why not throw in Miss Marvel? You know, she probably wouldn't be too expensive to throw in here. Why not throw in anybody other than this new Widow that nobody likes, nobody cares, and also nobody even really believes? She was so small that she shouldn't even be able to do half of the things that she was doing here. To me, Captain America: Brave New World was trying to copy the Winter Soldier, but did it on an absolute terrible level. In my opinion, there needed to be 2 characters in this movie, Sam and Bucky, and that's it. And they should have been consulting each other over and over and over. How do we have a Captain America movie without Steve Rogers? I know, yes, he's now old man Steve after the events of Endgame, but there should have been at least 1, if not more than 1, 2, 3 scenes of him, of Sam and Bucky going to consult with Steve Rogers. Yes, I know he's probably not going to be fighting. He is older now, but wouldn't that also mean that he's wiser? I mean, Sam and Cap always, you know, always indulged in each other and always confided in each other. And why was there no scenes of that? why is Chris Evans not in a movie as Steve Rogers titled Captain America? It just doesn't make sense. There's no reason why Bucky should not have been in this movie. Bucky should have been there the whole time with Falcon, and rather than him trying to determine whether or not he should take the serum or not, it should have been more in the lines of him trying to figure out how to overcome this villain, as known as the Leader. I also think that this was a missed opportunity to take a grounded story like Captain America, like this sort of espionage type story, and also connect it into the bigger multiverse saga. We have an Avengers movie coming out in another 2 or 3 movies, and it's going to be a multiversal collaboration of all different universes, which could have been in this movie, but still grounded. They had this absolute genius villain who's known as the Leader. In the comics, he is genius, like Reed Richards level or smarter. So even though I don't think this movie should have been about the multiverse, there should have been scenes periodically throughout this movie showing the Leader's intellect. You're telling me that you have someone like the Leader, one of the smartest people in Marvel, and the best thing that he can do is just manipulate and turn Thaddeus Ross into the Red Hulk? What? That's it? He should have been working on formulas, creating technologies, creating devices. He should know and be very aware of the multiverse. And rather than him in some dumb post-credit scene being like, oh, you guys have no idea what's coming, he should have been a part of the incursions. He's a bad guy, and his objective should have been him trying to create incursions, or trying to bring Doctor Doom in, or trying to collapse this multiverse, or even just him trying to go to a new universe, even for that matter, to try to escape Falcon or Captain America and all these things. But instead, the smartest thing that he does is just outsmart Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. To me, that doesn't prove the Leader's intellect. To me, it just makes Thaddeus Ross look dumb. It didn't make the Leader look smart, it makes Thaddeus Ross look dumb. So there's a lot of things Marvel did here that just didn't make sense. There does not need to be a whole new team. It could have been Captain, Bucky, and a third character would have helped, maybe an Ant-Man, or like I said, Shang-Chi. How about Wong? Put Wong in here. Wong is like the one character that has been in, has been appearing periodically through different franchises, through different stories and different characters. Like, Wong could have been in here, or at least been in like a post-credit scene, and actually that could have been that would have worked really well if they had have had the Leader focusing on, the multiverse stuff, but while also doing stuff in the world. He still could have manipulated Thaddeus Ross, but in the background, without Falcon knowing, he should have been working on stuff with the multiverse. And then, in a post-credit scene, Wong could have appeared and been like, oh, hey, by the way, did you know the Leader also is working on trying to create an incursion, or something along that lines. It could have been grounded and small, but still tying to the multiverse. The Leader is someone who would know about these incursions. Instead, we get a dumb, just a dumb movie overall. The Red Hulk, they marketed this movie like the Red Hulk was going to be in it for, he's the big bad. He's literally in the movie for like 7 minutes. So, if I had to put a number on this movie, for me, I would give this a minimal or maximum 55, because I did still like the fact that we got Sam as Captain America. I still like the fact that we did get Red Hulk. It was great to see a Raging Hulk, and I did like the fact that we had the Leader, but how all these characters were utilized was unbelievably bad. But it's also important to remember that this is probably the final movie of the old regime in Disney. This was before Kevin Feige sort of got all that power back for him to be able to have full creative control and whatnot. So, and that was evident in the real world. Feige never really promoted this movie on his own. He didn't really talk about it a whole lot. It was just sort of like they were trying to sweep this one under the rug and just get it out there and then move on to Daredevil, which in my opinion is killing it. I love Daredevil Born Again. It is phenomenal. It is a great season 4, a great continuation of everything that we've already seen of Charlie Cox and his version of Daredevil. But this one, man, this was not good. So anyways, that's my opinion on this movie. It's only a subjective. I hope you watch this movie and absolutely loved it and fell in love with it. I really hope that that happened for you, but for me, I thought this movie was horrible. The choices, the characters, they got almost 20 years worth of characters that they could have brought back in here. They didn't have to introduce these not even likable characters, really. I know the Falcon, that guy was introduced in the series, but still, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of backstory. Not only that, but we don't care about him. Bring in somebody that we did care about. Why not bring in the actual, they could have brought in Hawkeye, he's from Phase 1, you know, they could have brought in Star-Lord, he was, you know, from Phase 2, you know, he's on Earth now, or they could have brought anybody in. I mean, Sam knows all the Avengers, he was there at Infinity War, he was there at Endgame, and I just thought that this was such a silly waste of a movie, really, and all the characters were underutilized, and this is a Captain America movie where Steve Rogers did not even appear, not even for one scene, to give Sam some advice. Anyways, that's my review of Captain America Brave New World. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and until the next video, take care.